Okay, guys, what's up? We are about to get into a New Game Plus showcase. Thanks to RB Astronomy. Give me one sec here, and we will welcome in RB Astronomy, Smoke Pigs, and surprise commentator programmatic. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Hello. Hold on
Hi.
a second. I can hear myself multiple times. Let me
Sure.
move a few streams around.
Sure.
Getting
And,
everything sorted.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for RB for showing New Game Plus, and thanks Programmatic for jumping in and lending some insight. Me and Smoke Pigs are, I think, on the same page. We don't really know a whole lot about New Game Plus. It's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to kind of learn here, learn more about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know about New Game Plus on the basis that New Game Plus is you're starting a new game after you finish the game with the skills you have at the end of the game. That's my understanding of Celeste New Game Plus.
Yeah. So, is it playing now? Should I start talking about the category? Or...
Yeah, I mean, you can start whenever you're ready, RB, and yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So I start the race. I mean the showcase.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Start when ready.
Okay.
Hey.
Or you can count to 3.
Oh yeah, let's do a countdown. Absolutely. Okay.
And are you going to have us deafened or not while you run?
What?
Are you going to be able to hear us during the run, RB, or are you going to like mute us? Are you going to deafen us?
If you, I mean, every time I end a level, probably I will talk.
Okay.
But a little.
Yeah, it's fine. Up to you.
Also, I want to mention that little challenge that I made for myself. It's really funny. If I get the world record, I'm gonna show my face.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Face reveal on world record.
Yeah, I hope I hope I get a good reach because Crichter got the world record by a 27:41 and I got a 28.5 seconds. And Temple was also bad, so yeah, if I get a good run, probably a world record, but I'm not going with the mentality of getting a world record right now. So
of course, yeah.
Let's
Shouts to Crichter and good luck on the run. Let's just have fun. Absolutely. I'll count you down.
Yeah, so
and we'll begin. Okay, this is New Game Plus, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. So this is the New Game Plus category. It's not real NG Plus because Celeste doesn't really have like a New Game Plus mode. But what New Game Plus is it's a game mode, or not a game mode, but a speedrun category where you use the game's assist mode feature to give yourself 2 dashes for the entire run. And we are in prologue right now, so you can't dash at all. So this is just any % movement right here. Bunny hop saving 2 frames at a time, skipping the cutscene at the end, and you cannot access the assist mode menu while in prologue. So Astronomy is going to have to turn on assist mode at the start of City. And so you might see a little bit of movement at the start of the room, or he might just pause immediately and turn it on. We'll see. So yeah, a very small amount of movement, and then just quick menuing to turn on double dash. And at this point, a lot of it is pretty similar to any % strats, at least in City. Not a bunch of huge skips, but a lot of very small optimizations that you can get with a second dash.
Yeah, a little bit less hang time.
So honestly, I'm not entirely familiar with some of the strats Astronomy's doing, just because I haven't run this category or Celeste in general in quite a long time. But I will try and explain as many of the skips as I do recognize. A lot of it is just faster movement thanks to the addition of a second dash. And those watching might assume that this is, in a sense, kind of an easier version of any %. But in a lot of ways, it's quite a bit harder because, yes, you have a second dash, which allows you to move more. But at the same time, you have to use the second dash, which means this category is a lot more dash heavy than any %. And having more dashes also means more opportunities to kind of mess them up. So you saw that was one big skip at that very last room. Normally you have to do some neutral jumps on the left wall to get enough height to dash up to that corner, but thanks to an extra dash, you can wall bounce and just dash straight up. Old Sight is a little bit more different though, and you'll see in a bit why.
You'd kind of assume, I guess, like looking into New Game Plus as a category, that the world record would be faster than the any percent category, but that's not the case, is it?
Yeah, none of there are very few people who have actually run this category. I think I myself, astronomy, and cricketer are the only runners who have put a moderate amount of time to the category. None
Awesome.
of like the best have run NG Plus yet. So the 90% world record is still quite a bit faster than this. You did see some skips earlier where you just use a double dash to go right across the room instead of having to use a wall. Some of this is still pretty similar to 90% though.
Oh, that's a nice little optimization there.
All right, so the next room is a room that I know has a pretty cool strat in it. If he does it, no, he just goes for the 90% strat there.
I guess you kind of...
Yeah, so it looks like he's going for 90% strats mostly in situations where the NG plus strat saves only a very small amount of time, which makes sense. Like in situations like those, if you're a lot more comfortable with 90%, then you honestly can just do 90% strats and not lose too much time.
Yeah, I guess having the extra dash
that
isn't going to
was a
help.
little mistake, but he... Oh, that was close.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So good.
Fumbles his movement, but manages to weave between those battlements just then.
I guess having the extra dash isn't going to help all of the time.
Movement to the right. Basically just any strats again. Alright, and into a wake. The hardest movement in the chapter in 90% and still quite hard in NG+. Gain those nice ultras here. You can get an ultra there if you corner boost off the corner. He didn't quite get it though.
Nice.
There's no much differences between 90% and 90 plus between city and site, but in resort it's when you start using the two dashes.
Cool.
It's when you start exploit the two dashes, especially reach. It's going to be very fast.
Nice.
You're gonna see the first few big skips in resort. So, like 90%, resort still starts with grounded ultras because it is the fastest form of movement across a flat surface. You might see a little bit of a skip here, where you can just double dash straight to the key instead of having to use transition to save a dash.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, going for a very fast strat. Okay.
Okay.
And then you can skip that crystal here as well. And then here you can just... Oh, okay, going for the 90% strat. I'm always ready to explain an NG plus strat, and then he goes for the 90% strat because I don't really know which strats he prefers. But yeah, that's a pretty cool skip right there. You can just go under the wall. Oh, it doesn't quite get a position for a dash jump, so he just has to improvise this room. The room after this one, you can skip quite a bit using a second dash, so yeah, you just go straight to that second
rather than have to
switch without having to land on the ground.
Quite nice having two dashes, but I imagine coming from like any percent, it would be kind of tough to kind of adjust.
You have to change up your muscle memory a lot, which is why doing 90% strats is sometimes just the optimal situation if it's not a large skip. It's definitely a ton of time. Oh no! It wasn't on the ground.
Hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
That's not something that changes in New Game Plus.
No, that happens in 90% and New Game Plus. It's equally likely. Except I guess no, it's probably more likely in NG Plus because you can't do that second left dash without touching the ground in 90%, but you can in NG Plus if you buffer the dash. So you have to make sure you hit the ground first, which you don't normally have to do in 80%.
No
so
spike
you can skip
jump
the spike jump there. It is a little faster to skip the spike jump, but...
So RB's idea that he mentioned to me before this is that he wants to make New Game Plus a popular category. So if anyone watches this and is like, this is cool,
popular category too.
please pick it up and have a go. You might have like a really good time with it. It already looks like a really good time. It's just kind of
it
like
goes for the demo here. That's a
Unfortunate.
fairly tight any percent strat, but doesn't quite get it.
It's just kind of in the moments that you'd have hang time with no dash, you are just kind of utilizing that second dash to get to the floor faster, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, jumps a little too soon. Gonna have to do death cycle here, which can be pretty tough, but thankfully you can use the second dash to
Oh, nice.
to speed up a little bit.
That's a really good copy paste.
You can do an extra wall bounce in this room to ascend that elevator shaft a little bit faster. You can do some down dashes in there to reach the lower switches faster, but he opted not to do it. Okay, there's an interesting skip here. Fortunately, not going for it. Oh, okay, I've never seen that before. I wonder if that's
nice.
faster than what I did.
Okay. New strats.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna do demo dash, checkpointless. Very nice. The setup for that doesn't change at all. You can go into that cycle skip very easily in NG+.
Oh, unfortunate.
Fortunately, does die there.
Nice entry into this room, though.
Yeah, and then you can just dash left across that entire section if you get the correct amount of height. And then this Oshiro section has a lot of skips in it. This room has a really brutal strat that I don't know if he goes for. Okay, he doesn't go for it. But there's a really cool like top route strat in this room that you can go for Energy Plus. Let's see if he does a skip here. No, you can go under the first wall in Energy Plus as well if you do a very precise diagonal. But it looks like he's not going for that either.
I guess the amount of stuff there opens up to do differently. But yeah, as Programmatic said, like the muscle memory from any percent already being there, is it worth trying these other strats for a different category, I guess?
Yeah.
Nice finish.
And there isn't a ton of competition in Energy Plus either, so...
It was so funny. The huge mess. That never happened to me.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah.
retry.
The retry.
Literally.
It can't happen in any percent like that because you can't dash left without touching the ground first.
One funny thing about NG Plus is that Programmatic said before that you can buffer the dash, and also you can do an action before. Like for example, in Temple there's the red bubbles, but if you dash like one frame after, it's gonna dash. So the red bubble is very scary in NG Plus because if you're going to pass bubble,
you can just Yep.
you can dash before the bubble and lose all the momentum or the fast cycle.
Yeah,
that was unfortunate.
I've had a lot of trouble with red bubbles in 5B because of how that works. I just choose to not attempt to buffer it in most cases. Okay, so now we're heading into Ridge, which is the chapter that gains the most time from NG+. There are a ton of huge skips in this chapter that you can do with the second dash. And this is probably my favorite NG+ chapter as a result.
I guess the win just becomes so irrelevant when you have two dashes throughout.
Like you can go under all of those walls, for example. This room, gonna do the 90% strat, but still fairly fast. Also 90% strat. Let's see Archie. Oh, he does Archie a little differently, but there we go.
You can just go straight up to that key.
You can do extra wall bounces in here.
Oh, nice.
You don't need this block at all. You can just go straight up and skip that spike jump.
More spike jump.
And then here you can just do 2 wall bounces. Get up very fast.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And then here, no need for ceiling pop. You can just go right on ahead.
Cheat mode activated.
And then here you can go under the wall. Goes for it.
Oh, so
very
good.
nice skip. You can go under that wall as well.
I feel like this would be a really nice way to play
And
Celeste
then
casually.
here you can just go right over. Oh, doesn't quite get his dash back. Could have just dashed straight up to that block, I think, but that works too.
How many people are on this on the speedrun leaderboard for this category?
I think like 5 or so, but only 3 people who have actually like run the category and not just did a for fun run, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't quite get the skip correctly in that room, but he does back it up pretty well. You can use that spring in the kind of the middle section of that room. It's a pretty interesting skip as well.
A total of 21 on the leaderboard, according to Nebs in chat.
Oh wow, there's 21 people with an NG Plus
It's growing.
run.
Compared to any
Yeah.
percent, which I think has like 2,100,
Yeah.
something like that.
I'm sure a lot of people on the NG Plus board
wow.
are any percent runners who just kind of wanted to do it for fun. I'm not sure how many people have actually like labbed the category
Yeah.
besides the 3 I mentioned earlier.
There's only 3 runs within the last 6 months.
Any percent broke 2,000 submitted
Yeah, you
runs.
can go up
recently.
here.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
a
wow.
nice way to skip the bubble.
Oh, that's so good.
And yeah, 231 bridge.
Yeah, this is in NG Plus 231 is bad. You can get like
Yeah.
a 218.
You can get a low 2-minute time with NG
Yeah.
Plus. It saves like, I don't even know how much, probably more than half a minute.
If you compare it to 20%, saves like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
At least. If you play average, because if you play very good, you can save more than 40, something like that.
That was really like cool to watch. Like, I didn't even know that platform was up there in that final room. Then,
Yeah. the TAS actually manages to get onto that platform with 1 dash.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Do we do 5B?
We do
course.
5B, yes. It's still
Oh.
faster.
Okay.
But there's some interesting new stuff in 5B, and we'll see which of it astronomy does.
I've just had a thought actually about it that I don't want to mention because kind of like spoiler alert semi, but
Yeah.
we'll see when we get there.
I think I know what you're thinking of. So
Yeah.
let's see if he goes top out here. No, just goes to the 90% strat. All right. Yeah, there's a top route way to take that bubble up right, and then just go into that vertical shaft without the middle bubble. But this works all right. DCB still saves time, so we'll see if he gets it.
Nice.
Depths,
Oh,
corner, boost. Let's
nice.
go.
Let's go.
It saves less time in this category because if you miss it, you can do the next room pretty quickly still, but it's still very nice to see DCB.
I'll go right up to the button here.
And then plus one, yeah.
Nice.
All right. And then this room pretty much plays the same. You can get the cycle easier, but you can't quite skip it entirely.
Well,
Oh.
but yeah, Programmatic said that you can go in the room where there are a lot of bubbles. You can go with the upper bubble.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
that saves like 0.6, 0.8 at most.
Alright, so now we're going to 5B, which actually changes a surprisingly large amount in NG+. You can go to that bubble right away. There's some interesting skips you can do in this room. Where you go under here.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
And then coming up, we'll see which option he goes for. You can still do Bubs Drop, and it is actually slightly faster. But just looking at what he's doing right now, I'm assuming he's going to attempt to skip it.
Just go straight through
Yep,
here,
and
right?
you can just time your
Okay.
diagonal
That's-
dashes correctly. No
That's
need
nice.
to do that 2-frame precise wall jump that kills many runs.
Bubs drop skip.
And so this is what he was talking about earlier. Right there, he tried to buffer that bubble dash, but ended up dashing into the bubble instead and lost his timing. So red bubbles are very dangerous in NG+.
Oh,
Because
of
of the way
course,
that they can kind of
because
screw you
yeah.
up. And then this next room has some really nasty cycle skips that you can go for, but I am guessing he's not going to attempt all of them. Yeah, he goes down into that bubble. You can take that bubble and then dash up and do some wall bounces, but then the cycle becomes very tight. It saves quite a bit of time if you get all the cycle skips in this room correctly, though. But mostly resorting to any percent strat still. If the category becomes more competitive, I expect people will start going for a lot more NG plus specific skips. Doing the save and quit saves a very slight amount of time in both NE% and NG plus.
You heard it here, everyone. If you want to start running this now to make it more competitive, now's the time to do it. Make it even more fun.
There's never been a
Doing
better time to start
Ruxton,
running.
the NE% way. Let's see if he just goes under here. Yep, you can skip that Seeker. And then this room has cool skip too. See if it goes for it. Still have to do this. Oh, don't quite get the setup. Moves a little too far to the right.
You can just go right
And
to
then
the
you
end,
can just,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can wall bounce off that block to save a little bit more time, but if you don't want to go for that wall bounce, you can just dash. And then Theo is probably the part that changes the least, just because there aren't too many ways to use the double dash with Theo.
Whoa.
But yeah, that's one example of a
That's
pretty
cool.
cool skip. This room, from what I know, changes very little because you need to carry Theo around the whole time. But he does a little bit of different stuff at the start. Also a little bit that you can do in this room, I think. Plays it mostly the same, but you can grab that wall and then wave dash onto Theo to save a little bit more time. I'm sure there are some crazy things that you can do in this room, but I haven't managed to find any really cool skips.
Oh, I didn't get it. I was trying to get a... if you grab late in that room, you can go farther, and then you use the 2 dashes, basically skipping all the platforms.
I never found any skips in that last room, so it would have been really cool to see it.
I found like 2 skips. You can grab late Theo, then jump far away, then use 2 dashes. It will get you to the moving platform, and basically skip all the... Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, nice. Reflection time.
Okay,
yeah,
but...
so Reflection is another chapter that changes.
Go on.
Okay, Reflection is another chapter that changes quite a bit. So since this category hasn't been labbed a ton, it hasn't been confirmed whether 6A or 6B is faster. 6B is most likely faster, and by an even greater margin than it is in any percent. But I'm gonna guess you do 6A in any percent.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 6A.
Yeah, so given how hard 6B is and how little labbing has been done in NG+, Astronomy will most likely still be going 6A, but it still saves quite a lot of time, like 20-something seconds, I think.
6B is, in my opinion, still faster in NG+. Also, there is a strat where you can do a multi-boost. Geo showed that strat, and in NG+ is easy because you can use 2 dashes and skip all of that. Yeah, so 6B is really fast, but I haven't played 6B, so if I had played 6B, I will play it, but right now I don't know nothing of 6B.
6B saves like 5 seconds at most in any percent, but it probably saves even more in this category, given how much like empty space there is that you could just double dash through. But regardless, 6A Reflection in NG+ is very entertaining. The battle and fight is super fun. Probably my second favorite part of the run after Ridge. The feather movement is still about the same because you do travel at close to dash speed while on a feather. You can save a little bit of time here if you double dash into that cutscene. Now, Lake Skip is very easy.
Lake Skip,
no need
let's
to do
go.
that super precise wall bounce. You just wall bounce out of the water and dash up twice.
Simply
and then
dash
here,
twice.
you don't need that Kevin, unfortunately. Gonna have to
rip Kevin.
Avoid a Kevin. This is a Kevin you, however, cannot avoid.
You can do 2 wall bounce there, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, he does that reverse dash jump into wall bounce so that you can climb up that wall without having to do any neutral jumps. And then you can get some crazy speed here. Doesn't
Oh,
quite
wow.
get it, but it is pretty tough. And now we'll see what routes he goes, because yeah, top route here is still faster, but there's actually a bottom route in NG Plus that is faster than the top route in any percent. But I don't know if Astronomy is going to go for it, just knowing that he does prefer the any plus any percent strat in most situations. So top route's still faster for most of this. You can get those double down dashes easier here. So this is where the split is coming up. Which way will he go?
Oh, nice. That's nice.
So he chooses to go top, which is the any percent route. But there is a set of strats you can do in the room below this one that actually saves a moderate amount of time, like a second and a half or so. And this top route is still faster in NG Plus, like it is in any percent, but to even greater degree because you can easily get those bumper
Yeah,
boosts.
that's a bit nicer.
And then you can skip this bubble feather. We'll see if he does. No, it goes for any percent strat again. Yeah, so mostly just any percent strats in that room. There are some NG Plus skips you can do.
Oh my god, that was close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that down that was a little tight.
I'm excited for the battling fight here.
Still taking that checkpoint. It's always faster.
Two dashes doesn't really have any effect here, does it?
Yeah, it does nothing in water because the dash cooldown is still the same. And battle and boost is the same as ever. Gets a nice ground ultra there, and we'll see how many new strats he does in the battle and fight, because there's a ton of time to be saved here. Looks like he's mostly going for any percent strats though.
You just don't have to go back to the ground.
Yeah, it actually is faster to go back to the ground still because you can get some hypers, but there's a cool demo
Oh, I
hyper
guess
strat
so,
that you can
yeah.
do in this room. He opted to just go up though. Yeah, that room's quite a bit faster though. And here you can go under the wall. Oh, he gets cornered! No, that's the first one. Just go under the wall.
Oh.
And then here you can go over that block, but he decides to go under it. Doesn't quite get the ultra, but manages to get out alive. Here you can skip that floor just by dashing to the crystal. Keeps doing the 90% strats though. Whatever you're comfortable with for now.
So there's clearly like still a lot of like time save in this.
Yeah,
run
there's a
from
ton of time
Warriors.
save that Astronomy is not going for, mainly just due to 90% muscle memory.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I don't remember if he's still running 90% as well, or if he's putting more time to this category. When I picked up 90% or NG Plus, I pretty much stopped playing 90% entirely. And
Yeah.
kind of
Makes
lost
sense,
a lot
yeah.
of my 90% muscle memory, but
Would
I also
be,
went for a lot more NG Plus specific strats in my runs.
It'd be really difficult to
game
do
run
both.
multiple. Yeah,
Yeah.
it can be difficult sometimes. There's like a few runners that do like loads of different categories. Carry is one of them, and it's just so impressive to like think that you've got all that in your arsenal all of the time and can just
Yeah.
swap
Oh, that wall
between
bounce
them.
is really nice though.
Yeah,
in
really
NG Plus.
nice.
Yeah, and even in my NG Plus PV, which is what, like over 6 months old now, there are a lot of situations where I accidentally did 90% strats, even though I tried to go full NG Plus.
Yeah. Can't help it, yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's faster.
Feather
I couldn't find a way to skip that feather that was faster, but... And that
That's
was
nice.
super easy. Alright, so now, time to play 80%. From this point on, it's just
True.
an 90% run.
Oh, yeah.
So-
true.
You don't get 3.
So
Imagine.
unfortunately, in NG Plus, Summit goes from being
Yeah.
the most fun chapter in the run to one of the least fun chapters in the run because it's the same as what you've been doing
It's just
before.
standard summit, yeah.
and there's no
Yeah.
big time save or anything.
Funny story, I once got a PB technically in Summit, but I was playing NG Plus, and then the time when I submitted that, they rejected my run because it was NG Plus.
Oh, because you
Oh,
got
really?
resist mode on still, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the same. They are the same, but
Interesting.
Sad.
Yeah, like on the topic of Summit not saving any time, the current world record holder in this category, Crichter, he's a very fast any percent runner, one of the best,
Yeah, Crypto's
and
great.
because of that, he has a really fast summit time, and he was like 15 seconds or something behind my PB out of
yeah,
reflection, and then just got a way faster summit, and so he has the NG Plus world record at the moment.
yeah. If I
what is it?
remember right,
Yeah.
when he exits the reflection, he got a 1850. So next he got a 9-minute summit. So that's why it's
Yeah.
151. Yeah. Since it's a 9-minute summit, it's technically a free world record, but you gotta get you need a really good
It's free.
It's just
yeah.
free.
Yeah.
Just go really fast.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, I was still not at the point where I could consistently sub 9 summit. So meanwhile, Crypto got like a mid
27.
20, like a mid 8 something in summit.
Wow.
Crypto is very good at the game.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Crickster.
Everyone loves Crypto. Are you going to show us how good your summit is, RB? Let's go.
No, it's going to be bad.
Well, let me just take a second here, and I know you're not here for this at all, but I just want to say thank you to Programmatic for literally teaching everyone in the world how to run any percent. For anybody unaware, Programmatic put together some really just detailed walkthrough videos on YouTube for every screen of the game. And personally, that's how I learned to run this game. And a lot of the runners I know, that's where we tell people to go when they're interested in running. We say, go to check out Programmatic's tutorials, study those. Like that's like your baseline. Like go study Programmatic's tutorials. So
yeah, absolutely.
just on behalf of everybody, thank you for taking the time to like put that all together. I know it had to be like a ton of work to do. Yeah, thank you.
The gamer at Spin Rhythm too.
Spin Rhythm.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been playing like for the past like I don't know 6 or 7 months. I've been playing a rhythm game called Spin Rhythm XD. That's what I had just come from playing at a tournament
Oh,
for
nice.
that game. Very fun rhythm game for anyone who likes rhythm games.
Let's talk about Spin Rhythm XD for a minute.
Um,
Is it like what's that game? Osu? What is that? Is it like that? I don't know.
in the sense that it's a rhythm game, but
I'll have to
it's
check it out.
a little less precise. It's
That's
also
good.
it has a smaller community, but is very satisfying.
Okay.
Oh, did you say you just came back from a tournament today? And
Yeah,
that's
the
like-
tournament
oh.
ended like 5 minutes before this one started, so
Nice.
And then you
it
just
was
jumped
it
in
was
the
very
comms,
well
respect.
timed.
Yeah, respect. How did the tournament go?
I came in 3rd place,
Oh,
surprisingly.
GG.
Okay. It's like
It was a
DJ
very
Hero,
great
but good. Okay.
You
Angry
could think of it
Scootsman.
like that, yeah. You do spin a wheel. You can play it with mouse or turntable, but there are a fair number of people who play it on a turntable.
Did you get into it out of interest for the game itself, or out of interest for music?
I actually haven't known. I mean, we should probably be keeping the topic mostly on Celeste right now, but I actually learned about Spin Rhythm from a Celeste runner. I
Oh,
was just
fair.
kind of playing it once, and I was like, "This game looks cool." So yeah,
think-
shout outs to Lev for introducing me to that game.
I think
I've been
it's
enjoying it quite a bit ever since.
it's difficult getting into Celeste as like a speed game and then kind of working out where to go from there.
Yeah.
Because it's such a satisfying game to play consistently. As soon as you get into it from casual up until the level that RB's showing now, it's such a good game to play. It's so
Yeah,
satisfying.
this is like faster than the summits that I usually do. He's going for a lot of strats that I never did.
Yeah, this is really clean.
RB's good. I wish I was good at Summit.
Shout outs to Lev067.
A very nice top route. Let's see if he gets bounding under the terrain here.
Auto scroller, skip.
Very nice. Get the corner jump. Let's go.
Nice. This is a really nice summit.
Yeah. Hyper lane.
I'm not sure how on pace this is for RB face reveal, honestly. This isn't this because we can't see file time. I'm not sure if this is world record pace.
Yeah, the file timer's not on.
Probably not,
Probably doing that for nerves' sake.
just
I
because.
know
yeah,
there's a lot
I-
of runners who turn off the file timer.
Yeah,
so
I
they know
don't
what pace
use
they're on.
full thing.
No,
It's-
this is not a world record pace. But at least it's a good summit.
Yeah,
To
it's
me,
very
yeah.
good. For that.
Yeah, I keep expecting to have 3 dashes.
I feel like I'm honestly glad you don't have 3 dashes because that would
Oh,
be
that's
so
nice.
much pain to lab.
Yeah, I never saw that before,
It would
actually.
be impossible to lab a 3-dash summit.
I feel like, for the most part, the category just must be such a pain to like think about the rooms entirely differently because none of the early game was made for these 2 dashes. So labbing a new run, really, you kind of
Yeah.
unlearning everything that you know about those early levels to associate with this. So I guess that's why a lot of the time you do just see, I'm going to go for the any percent strat here,
Yeah.
just have an extra dash.
RB's
Like,
got some
this
really like
is-
unique strats that I've never seen
Yeah.
before.
RB's revolutionizing Celeste out here right now. You all thought that you were coming for New Game Plus, but what you're seeing is
There
an
are so many
absolute display of
Summit
Summit.
strats here that I never did. So I was too afraid to take risks in Summit back when I ran the game.
I'm just gonna add everyone in my Discord and say RB Astronomy has got the world record.
Yeah, I know that reference.
Alright, left route or right route? Left route, let's go.
I haven't seen too many doing that right route anymore.
Yeah, left route isn't too hard.
I think it's just the speed that you can set up the super off that platform, isn't it? If you can consistently get that just kind of not even touching the ground, you're all good, really.
Oh, at least he grabbed flag 20 there.
That spike jump kind of strat there is like one of my favorite things in
Oh yeah,
down
the
jump.
corner boost spam.
I still really don't get how it works. I just fling myself at the corner
Yeah.
and spam my jump
Mash
buttons and just
buttons,
hope
yeah.
and pray. Yeah.
A lot of people opt to do the dash jump spike jump because it's a little bit safer, but it's not as cool looking. Bingo!
Okay. Welcome in Raiders from Celeste Community.
Let's go.
Any bingo in the house? Any bingoers? If you're just tuning in, we are watching RB Astronomy finish up a New Game Plus showcase. Helping me out on the comms is Smoke Pigs and Programmatic. And if you stick around, we got something. We got something special after this. Secret special something.
Kind of
Yeah,
exciting.
this is a really good summit so far. It's gonna like
How does
what, like
RB
8-4x.
Yeah.
RB Gaming.
Yeah, NG Plus Summit is just any percent, unfortunately. But there was quite a lot in the previous chapters that you can do.
It's so good though, Owen.
I feel like New Game Plus is kind of like the limit of speedrun categories, because obviously if you talk about like adding things, you could increase dash speed, you could have infinite dashes. Like there's a lot of variables that you could add, right?
Yeah, like of all the extension categories that are on the leaderboard, I feel like this is the one that has the highest chance of becoming like a competitive category.
Yeah.
Because like you have categories like assist percent, which are pretty much impossible to lab because there are way too many options. But this one is just constrained and just technical enough.
Yeah.
That honestly it could be as competitive a category as any percent is, and as intricate. Yeah, at GG's, let's see what the final time is.
GG.
It's gonna be at 29 for sure.
That was a great swing.
29. All right.
Oh, at 28. Okay.
Ooh, 28.
Let's
28.
freaking go. PB.
Yeah.
Let's go. Can we see like half your face? No, it's okay. I'm just kidding.
Chat can decide if I want or
Save it for the world record, which we have full faith that you will achieve.
It's not quite a PB. From the leaderboard,
No.
PB's 28.
No, 28.5. I submitted.
Oh, 28.05. You haven't submitted.
28.5.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh
okay,
boy,
okay.
you're catching up to me.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah, that
You
run
gotta-
sucked because of tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some time save there for sure. I mean, the retry, the huge mess retry.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
Gaming.
pretty big. Okay, cool. Well, huge thank you to RB Astronomy for showcasing New Game Plus, and to Smoke Pigs, my commentator, and Programmatic for also co-commentating, and for teaching everyone how to play Celeste as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Glad I got here just in time, but I almost
Yeah.
didn't make it.
It was so funny.
Yeah, last second.
GG,
Quick,
everyone.
Programmatic's going to commentate. Okay, let's get him in. Let's do it. Okay.
GG everyone.
Thanks again, guys. And we are not quite finished yet. We have something else. We're going to show you something else here momentarily, a secret category coming up next.